The combination of nutritional, lifestyle, environmental, and laser therapy has been very successful in my practice, and I was really looking forward to sharing this therapy with you as our Invitation to Health community, to essentially inform you that it is on offer. What is it? What is it for? How does it benefit you? And then the costs, and how many times that you're going to be seeing us. So the extra ones that we find with applying the light to the sinus area is essentially we get an increase in a gas called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is formed by our sinuses to have positive effects on our lungs and circulation, but within the sinus it essentially creates kind of like a more of an opening effect in the sinus, so it allows it to kind of like drain properly, and then also it has an effect of keeping it infection free. So with sinusitis we're getting a lot of recurrent infections, and that might be from a fungal origin or a bacterial origin, or you might have some viruses that are occurring up there all the time. And basically nitric oxide is an antimicrobial, so it affects all three of those causes for infections in the sinus. So that's pretty amazing if you can get an increase in that one. The other one is that if you create less inflammation in the sinus cavity, and also one thing I didn't mention is that light also increases energy production of the cells. You can get these little hairs to move in the sinus faster and more rhythmically. And these little hairs flick out mucus, allergens, anything else that's got stuck up there, out and drains them. And that is a process that's not really working very well when the sinuses are all clogged with mucus, plugs and infections, and narrowing of the little sinus openings and things like that. So those are all effects that are amazing when you're experiencing sinusitis, because it gives you big relief in terms of sinus headaches, referred sinus pain, so where the sinus is so clogged that it refers to pain down into the teeth. We are also getting, sometimes these are triggering migraines for individuals, and we're not getting that trigger anymore, and that really heavy brain foggy type feeling that people are getting with it. We're also kind of complementing if someone's had surgery. So someone might have a narrowing of a certain part within their bony structures in the face and sinus. They'll get that all kind of cleared and opened up via surgery. And that, what we can do there is they'll have the surgery, there's no structural problems anymore, and we get into all the soft tissues, the infections, the other mucus kind of loads and things like that might be occurring. And we help with that. And essentially we can pair up the surgery with therapies like photobiomodulation. And they work very, very, very well together. And we're getting, in some cases, complete resolution of this condition, which is fantastic. So to kind of give you a brief rundown on how we would apply it, so generally we're doing around 1 to 2 sessions per week for around 4 weeks is the current protocol that we're finding most success with. And that's where I'll be applying basically this laser diode behind me. We'll be applying that to the sinus just underneath the eye here, and then the sinus above the eye up here, left and right. We may do what we call an intranasal application if we're getting any nasal problems. Some people get a bit of irritation in the nasal cavity as well, and we'll use the laser diode over here to apply intranasally up the nostril there. This is generally, initially we have a 30-minute appointment to decide what's going to be best for you. So some people, they only need once a week, and some people are quite severe and they need twice a week for that 4-week protocol. And then also we'll have our follow-ups, which are generally 15 minutes, and they are the ones that we'll continue with over that 4-week protocol. To run you through costs, so you're all informed on that, we're looking at about $85 for our initial appointment and $65 for our follow-up appointments. So they're very time effective, and they are kind of cost effective due to the fact that even if we are doing 8 sessions, we want to use this therapy not on an ongoing kind of level. We're wanting to use it to kind of rectify the environment within the sinus that's causing sinusitis. And then we're usually layering in some therapies that are essentially getting to the other root causes of sinusitis. So it might be someone is exposed to mold in their household, or we might find someone is exposed to a food allergen they're eating all the time, or they just have an immune response that is inappropriate that needs to be changed via maybe some interventions within the gut, or deficiencies and things like that. And that's where my naturopathic and nutritional skills come into play. But if you have any further questions, please feel free to get in touch with myself, and you can do that via my email address at aadams@invitationtohealth.com.au, or alternatively you can give us a call on 024322 0700. You can give our reception team a call if you need to find out any further information and relay a message to me. But I hope you found that video informative and interesting. And if you have either yourself that suffers from sinusitis or family or friend, please let them know and give them a link to this video via our website, and essentially let them know if it's going to benefit them and get them informed as well, because I'd love to be able to help you or them. Thank you. Take care.